Hi, it's Nicole and welcome back to my channel where I get vocal about workplace bullying, harassment, intimidation, and all actions in between. As you can see, I am with these beautiful, lovely ladies here, Sherifat and Vanessa.
Help me understand which one is it. Is it a harassment complaint or retaliation? So I would say, if it's harassment, retaliation, discrimination, could be both. It is not a critique. This is just like team dynamics are off because of the leadership she's doing to the leaders during the sheet today. Then that's a separate response. So I just need clarity right now. What are we doing? So you also please put in the chat so that we know how to properly proceed from here.
To be honest with you guys, I'm fuming. Now, I would have, in any other circumstances, gotten off of this call. However, I pressed record, so I needed to stay through, thick it out or whatever. But I'm hot because I feel ambushed. I feel attacked. I feel as though there's no clarity. There is no, it's just, all of this is wrong to me.
It's devious.
Very much so.
It's devious. Yeah. It's like there was no compassion.
None.
At all. There was no genuine concern. And you can hear it in her voice. Nothing that they're saying sounds compassionate, caring, or concerned. Yeah. You don't get, in everything you're hearing, you're not hearing any of that. You're hearing we're lying. This woman is now, her career's on the line. Mm-hmm. More care towards the person in question than the people that are bringing forth the issues. Yeah. So it's kind of like you see what side they're on already. Yeah. And so we don't, as a team, how does that make us look and feel? Right. On our end, it's like, okay, we see what this is. Now you can't really trust them. Yeah. Right. And it's so crazy because it's like you're putting yourself in a position where you're not to be trusted. Right. Yeah. And then you wonder why nobody want to talk to you.
Okay, I've got one response. Yes, I got one response as well.
I'm beating the mess up.
Okay, I've got 3 responses. I've got a second one. Okay, we've got 4 responses.
She's so
all right, so I've got 2 of them that they have the response here, responses. I have from Vanessa and Sherman.
Let's go back. Did she say my name?
Can I say this? This is when I'm like, HR ain't HR. No. There ain't no way you dropping names of the people that you said was going to be anonymous in the response. Now you're singling me out because you don't have a response. Now everybody knew I didn't respond.
Here's the thing with me. I didn't have a response either. And I think for me, what's actually triggering hearing this part specifically is because I remember not really knowing what to put.
You're asking questions.
And I'm asking questions. And she kind of answered for me. She said, okay, we got it. Because I'm like, even when I put my answer, because I did put EEO, but I was still confused. I'm like, and I still was asking questions even after I put it. And she's like, it's almost like they were waiting for just one. Yeah. So now that I got one, we got EEO. Hold up. I had questions. And I'm still asking questions because I'm still not sure. But she took that and ran with it. And I told her, I said, hey, I'm not sure. I said, I'm not sure. Right? Because we're talking about being serious, right? Yeah. And not falsely accusing somebody, right? Mm-hmm. So I got questions. I told her, I'm not sure. And I started going through my questions. And she just kind of wasn't really answering them like that. So in the end, she gonna say, well, we got an EEO complaint. And I'm like, I'm still asking questions. How you gonna run off with something and I clearly am not clear and I'm trying to still ask my questions before you run off and say that this is what it is and I don't really know. I told her that I don't know. Yeah.
And then she said, "Oh, were you communicating with her at this point?"
Yeah, I told her that I'm not saying nothing to you because I don't know you. You're not in my
So she took that as a response too. She got a response from you, I guess is what she's saying. Well, Clearly, my name didn't get dropped because I didn't respond. Because hello, I'm a contractor.
But
so.
she didn't drop nobody's name. She just said my name.
Said she
And
had
see,
from
they
you,
shouldn't have been
her,
doing all of that.
Right,
And they shouldn't have been doing
and that's my
That should
point.
have been confidential.
But that's why I'm saying HR is obviously not HR because you would know better than to be dropping names. Period.
That's why I start Googling her. After this meeting, I start Googling her because this is not making sense.
At all.
All right. And your response, if you can't do it, you can just text me. If it's easy for you to text me, your response is on the phone, like the number text, it says me what I'm trying to do. But I'm not going to technology oriented, so with due respect, I am not going to respond to your request. Because the comments I wanted to discuss today, and I thought with the hope that we would open this with complete no humility and atmosphere. It's just, but it's not about, not being civil or not. It's about this and a big deal. And I think we everyone understand how important and how serious this is. And that you all have not been able to get to the bottom of it. But this is an EACC complaint. We have got, some of the balance to follow protocol, so we can't be bumped there. Like, we can't get around that. Now, team issues, if it's team issues, absolutely. This is a perfect form. We absolutely should have a conversation. And at that point, if you're in the law, it's a team issue. But the only way it is a CEO issue is a part of it. I can just come in. Now, again, if it goes back to our protocol, if you all have this conversation with and the resolution is not what you all feel, then absolutely you need to.
Now, here's where the HR is not HRing for me. First things first, we don't need to go through them to file an EEOC complaint.
Yeah.
If it was an EEOC complaint, we can go down to the EEOC office without them and file the complaint. So if there was an EEOC complaint, we don't got to go through y'all. We could have went straight down to the EEOC office. Number two, they did not have enough full-time employees
So you even have an
for us to file an EEOC complaint. If we were going to do anything, we would have just sued them, period. We would have just sued them outright if that was the case. We could not file EEO because we don't have enough full-time employees. Number two, we did not need them. So this is really for them to cover their butt. Right. But see, even then, where's HR? You should know that, baby, they don't have enough full-time employees. Like, genius. Like, you the HR. Why are you not HRing? You made them go through all this, gave us a cute little lawsuit wrapped in a bow.
Very true.
You gave us a real cute lawsuit.
Each person, where they fill their complaint block, so that we know which way to go. And I want to be very clear. There's nothing secret about this. It's just that this is a very serious matter, and I wanted to make sure that everyone understood the gravity and why we're doing this. I don't want people to be like, oh, care about her, that she's just protecting. That is absolutely false. It is absolutely false. There is no one that is, I don't want anyone in an organization, no one should want anyone anymore in an environment that does not feel good and productive. We're doing, I always say, we have an amazing opportunity to serve in a mission that is far greater than any of us. But at the same number, and we owe it to each other to make it a good environment so that we can do great work for Black others, period.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's when the people try to bring it into the blackness. Now she wants to bring it into, we do it for the people, do it for the cause, yet y'all doing all of this on the low. Like, what I'm saying? If you're really for the people, of the people, for the community, it starts at home.
Yeah.
So for us, we should be treated with dignity and respect. What she's doing right now is disrespectful, is out of line, is out of pocket. Like she's giving this whole scenario of we're protocol and I'm not protecting Ursula. That's exactly what you're doing. You're protecting her, and in my personal opinion, what she's also doing is trying to rob us of the bright idea to go and sue, although she's giving us a lawsuit. Like, that's the contradictory part. She's trying to rob us of the bright idea to be like, you know what, let's go ahead and sue them. Because I guess in their mind, they don't know which way this was going to go in terms of us having a group conversation. So to them, it's like, well, let's get ahead of it.
Yeah, they're trying to jump ahead of it.
Let's go and get ahead of this and say we're putting her under investigation. Her words. Hello. She started off with she's under investigation. She started there. So why we now need to put in the group chat whether or not if it's an EEOC complaint, to her point, because there's a whole building where you go for that, or if it's a do you want to have a conversation, which e.g. go look at my last video. I showed you all the emails that everybody saying that they wanted a group discussion. So again, all of this
is all documented. That's why I think this is stupid. Like all of this is documented. Like there is plenty of documentation that of everybody saying, we want a group meeting. We want a group meeting. We want a group meeting. Nobody said anything about EEOC at all. We didn't even have enough employees full time for anyone to file, which is why I had to look up HR, and I seen where she got her degree from.
I would like to ensure that is in place. And so I already have it from my love, so nothing is misconstrued. And it is correct and in writing and type. Sometimes comes to be misconstrued, but you are hearing it straight from me.
Oh, we know.
This is very important.
Thank you.
It's very important. For if it is PTO, you are not obligated to. And you're obligated to when we have to legally stand over in a very different manner.
You're only obligated if it's EEO. You are obligated regardless. Listen to her words. If it's EEO, we're obligated. Sis, you should feel obligated regardless. Like, if it's EEO, if it's team meeting, you should feel an obligation to make that happen. Yeah. And you should have critical thinking skills to know, okay, any smart person would try to diffuse it before it gets to that point. Right?
Yeah.
Any person with a brain would say, you know what, let me try to get us in a room and just kind of get through this and just kind of try to put some structure in place and try to get us on the same page. That's anybody that critically thinks and can critically assess the situation.
Trunchbull. She said, I'm going to put gasoline.
Trunchbull is a bully.
I'm going to add gasoline to
Trunchbull, hello, bully. Like, she wanted to come in and bully herself in this equation. And I'll be transparent because I feel like it's necessary. So there was a conversation we had before this, right? Y'all mind if I talk about it? Mm-hmm. Okay. There was a conversation that we had before this Zoom. So when Ursula sent her email stating that we were going to have the call, the group discussion that we asked for, it was okay, let us get on the call so everybody's understanding. We're going to go in, we're going to be professional. Yeah. We're going to be cordial. We're going to be, make sure that if you need to have your notes so that you can address what it is that you need to address, right? There was a conversation. In the midst of that conversation, I said, guys, I think this conversation is going to go one or two ways based off of my experience. It's either going to be the discussion that we asked for, or Miss Trunchbull is going to come in and try to dominate the conversation. Did I not say that? Mm-hmm. Okay. I said it's going to happen one or two ways. I think all of us in my thought process disregarded the second option because in our mind, we were going to get the conversation that we asked for. Yeah. We got off the call. It was 10 minutes probably until this Zoom, and the spirit hit me and was like, go and look and see how much time this meeting is going to be.
Yeah, that's
and so when I looked at the time that this meeting was going to be, I called everybody back. I said, y'all, I think it's going to be the latter.
Yep.
So not that anybody at this point had time to navigate and shift and prepare for this, but we knew something was coming because of the time frame.
Because we knew it was going to require more than 30 minutes.
30 minutes for people to address their concerns, right? So I also want to say that because I don't want anybody to think, oh, they were plotting. No. We were making sure we were on the same accord about being professional and cordial, but I also decided to share my experiences having had 2 conversations with Miss Trunchbull that sis is a bully and she may try to come in like she did the last conversation with the group of us to be like, get behind the Ursula.
Yeah, because I think it was the vibe was more so like not want to get our hopes up Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not want to get our hopes up, and it's like, let's just kind of do our do. Like I said, when I saw the 30 minutes, I was like, oh, yeah, it's about to be
saw
some
the invite
BS.
for 30 minutes.
I was like, this about to be some, because there ain't no way we can do all of this in 30 minutes. And for what the severity of that issue was, there was no agenda. And there should have been an agenda for something that serious. You would have thought that they would have sent out like an agenda of how this is going to go, because, you know, you can't just let people just
start talking
and it gets to be something else. So for something that serious, a credible company would typically send out an agenda for something of this magnitude, because they would want to also allow for their team to speak.
And not only that, we wanted a team meeting because we didn't really trust Ursula.
Yep.
So we wanted a safe space where we could all be together. Because we don't want Ursula to come back and say, we said this.
One thing about Ursula, she a liar. She lies. I mean, lies come out her mouth like water from a fountain. Like, she lies so profusely. That's why I think it's something wrong with her.
Her, or I don't know, I guess y'all separated somehow your relationship. I'm not really sure that I understand that part, but I just want you all to know.
I'm sorry. Let me just say something right there. Her saying that she doesn't understand is really her saying that's not what I want. So it's not that she doesn't understand why we wouldn't want to have individual conversations with people we don't trust versus why we want to have a group meeting. She gets it.
That you will get undivided attention. And you will run that whole list. And it is true in the investigation. It will be documented, it will be sealed, and it will be placed in where any kind of legal standpoint is referred, everything will be documented properly. You won't have no words on that. But I just, again,
she's saying we got her word, like her word mean a damn thing to us.
Why we get outed on the Sherifat, this
right,
person,
like her word,
but you got my word is sealed.
Your word is going right in the toilet. Your credibility is dead, ma'am. Like this whole, like she thinks after all of this, we gonna trust her word.
Yeah.
so, I'm going to just chat with you directly so that we can get a census on. I can share with you what I got in terms of taxes to give you the study. We will know how to pursue. So you all please just bear with us for one moment for us to get on the same page.
This is the part right here.
I have a question. Do you want us to come back to them and then set up time to speak with me tomorrow, or what would you like to do?
They not even organized.
Right. Okay.
Like, they not even on the same page.
But may I also say that this was sign number 452 that HR does not know how to HR. So in essence, it sounds like she's trying to motivate Trunchbull to let's end this.
Yeah.
Let's end this, right? Let's
wrap it up.
Wrap this up and move on. And I'm thinking, like, to your point, they ain't even coordinated. Like, what you, okay, but it gets better.
But you said, hold on, are we holding on now, or? No, yeah, I'm just saying, so that I'm about to text you directly, so that I don't know what your answers were, you don't know what my answer that I received. So just so I can direct text you, and we can understand what situation is upon us, so that will then inform our subsequent steps. Right? Okay?
This ghetto.
Wait.
This ghetto.
Wait, listen to this.
So then that means that this meeting is now adjourned for now?
The silence.
No, it is not. I'm sorry, it is not mean it is adjourned. We just need to understand what we're dealing with. So we can just hold
on the call. You need to understand on the call what you're dealing with.
What you're dealing with.
We will not. Because again, if the results are
Hang up.
we have to off, we go right into.
Now I will give HR. She was trying.
She was
for
trying.
a second to reel it in. Like, reel it in, y'all. Let's reel it in.
Wrap this up. It's going too far.
But see, I think that's where, they don't listen. They don't listen to somebody that may know more than them. HR probably knows, okay, we shouldn't be doing this on the call with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we need to go regroup, just us, and talk about this with us. We shouldn't be having this conversation in front of them.
Yeah.
But see, when you got an ego, And you think you know more than everybody. When somebody's sitting here that know more than you on how to handle HR matters, you can't even, this goes to show her arrogance. Yeah. She can't even take the lead of the HR person that's saying, hey.
So this meeting is adjourned, right?
Right. We probably should wrap this up.
This meeting is not adjourned.
Again, back to my point. When people do stuff multiple times, it's for a reason. Sis keeps coming back saying, we done, right? Like, we're going to end this, right?
Wrap this up.
This is why I feel like at this point, this is just really intimidation.
Yeah. It was intimidation, sis, from the beginning.
Right. It was from the beginning, but I feel like at this point, HR felt like they got what they needed.
Yeah.
Let's dip.
Yeah.
Like, she trying to dip. But then she's like, no, I want to harp on this.
Yep.
And I want to let them understand this is serious.
This is serious. I'm
running this. This is like a job on the line.
Right. She wants you to let it marinate. When HR is like, look, we got what we need. That's it.
That's it.
And you know what? I think the thing is, she just said, we have one EEO. She just said that. We had one person who said it.
So now you got what you needed.
You got what you needed, which is why I think HR is trying to, end this. But then also, Trunchbull said, all I need is one, and we have to immediately end this and go into the investigation. Even though, remember y'all, she said in the beginning that sis was already under investigation.
Yeah.
But I just need y'all to make sure y'all hear what's really going on, because they all over the place.
They are all over the place. And I'm just sitting there, I'm just looking like, I don't know what is going on right now.
I'm just holding my cat just like, this is stretch.
I'm confused. I'm
confused too.
I was mad. I'm like, what is this? It's not what we signed up for.
Because in my mind, I am the EEO, but I'm still confused because I'm still sitting there clicking clack asking questions.
And I'm getting harassed by Elmyra. I'm like, I don't know you. I don't know
And I think this is why she probably was trying to go, because I kept asking questions and I was taking it back. So that's why I think she's like,
let's go.
Right, because she knows that they already have their one EEO, which is what they said. We only need one and we're done.
Yeah.
So now you're about to move into a whole different area. But
and then meanwhile, Ursula just sitting there.
Investigation, which is under the assumption from the beginning that this was an EEO concern. And that's why I was pushing against the whole meeting, because that is not the right protocol. But if I was misled and understanding.
Pause. So she was pushing against the team meeting.
She wanted us to have individual.
Right, and okay, so why are we here? If you were pushing against a team meeting, wouldn't you just want to reach out to us individually and say, what is I'm confused.
Because I was trying to do that, but I told him I don't trust.
Then absolutely, we should have the team meeting. If everyone is support her, if everyone is to be present, so that we can get things fixed. So please just let me bear with me 1 second, so that I can text on my phone. Well, while we wait, hi everyone. Happy Thursday.
Let me say this. What you cannot see is, remember, Trunchbull never had her camera on. So at this moment, Elmyra and Ursula both go black. I'm like, well, I'm not about to sit here like we in an interrogation room and just be looking at my people on the screen. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and have a conversation with the folk, because this is already given, awkward.
This is giving ghetto.
Keep in mind that we were on hold for 5 minutes. No, about 6 minutes of conversation, because they done went off and did whatever it is they do. Now, mind you, the person that we are talking about also went black. Mm-hmm. So how do we know all three of those people are not in cahoots doing whatever that they're doing while they left us on here?
I assume they was.
I assume they were too.
I assume they were doing
whatever. Why Ursula getting off? You should be still there looking the way you looking.
And mind you, Ursula the one that's under investigation. So why are you going black to be a part of the conversation that's about you? Right, this is like, how about we just, like, HR, just get off the call.
Just wrap it up.
And then give us a follow-up email, like a respectable organization would have done.
Now, keep in mind, they already acknowledged that they have their one EEO that they needed to do an investigation that they already said that they were already investigating. But okay, cool. With Ursula, and I said to her, you know what, I don't really fault you for this, because you're just trying to survive. You know what I mean? But yet at the same time, you went along with it.
Mm-hmm.
So you're still just as complicit.
that's
and I'm just talking about this recording.